26th. We experienced the 25th. And everybody celebrates it differently. Hopefully you spent the time with some family. Hopefully you took the time with the family to talk about your future. You know, not just opening gifts, eating a bunch of food that you're going to regret come New Year, and you're going to New Year's resolution and your Planet Fitness membership and all that. No. Did you take the time to sit and talk with your family about 2021? Because it's just about here. Now we got 5 more days left in this month. 5 more days left in this pandemic-riddled month. Or a year, sorry. But I don't think people are really looking at it like, okay, we've got this 12 months out of the way, but we're about to embark on another 12 months, and we're still wearing masks. There's people that are still going hungry out here. There are people that are still being ousted from their homes out here. There's still people that are jobless out here. Then there's people that are underemployed out here. What are we going to do about that? Are we going to do anything about it as a collective? I know there's going to be some individual efforts out here, but as a collective, what are we really doing? It starts at home. It starts with your family. If you don't have your family mentally and spiritually fit to go into 2021, you already losing. And it goes outside of your home to where when you go to your spaces of work, whatever you do, are you going in thinking that this is guaranteed, this is the way things are going to be? Because if we get hit with another strain of this, there's going to be more businesses that close. There's going to be more jobs that are lost. There's going to be more people that are taken out of their homes. More families broken up. I mean, this is causing damage to families. Black families in general. You know, they don't really want to talk about the long-lasting effects of this other than how many people the actual disease could kill. I'm talking about families being killed. Still amongst the living, but the families are dying. How come nobody's talking about that? I mean, you got to reform the police, defund the police, this, that, and the other. There are families being torn apart. See, maybe because that's making more cases. You know, families get torn apart, then you got everybody down at DHS, DSS, welfare, this, that, and the other. And who does that make look good? That makes the Democrats look good because they giving you a handout. The Republicans don't give a shit about you. They don't care about the handouts. You're not getting them if they're in charge. They're pulling them back. There are no set aside for the people who have been set aside. As far as the Republicans are concerned. Get it how you live. But the Democrats, they'll give you that titty. Oh yeah. The Democrats want you on that titty. They need you on that titty. That's how they campaign. What can we help you out with? What can we help you out with? And then they give you half of that. What do you need? What do you truly need? And then they give you a third of that. As far as Black Americans go, American Descendants of Slavery, American Descendants of Freedmen, asking for reparations. They want to make that a no conversation. Or as per your president-elect, he says he's willing to talk about it as long as Native Americans can be included in it. They'll get him all straight on that if they ever get him straight on anything. I'm not sure why reparations and Native Americans has anything to do with one another. But I also don't know why green bean casserole has crept up in everybody's life all of a sudden either. So it is what it is. We got to figure this out. I mean, some people have it figured out. Some people are making plans. But there's a lot of people that are just standing by thinking that everything's okay now that Trump's out of office. Not understanding what's coming in office. Denny's open? Man, I didn't know Denny's open on Christmas anymore. There were some years that they stopped doing that. 24 hours, 365 days a year, and all of a sudden you start closing, and that lost their market share. I mean, you could go to Denny's at any point. Any type of fucked up situation you was in, you could always count on Denny's being open and giving you an underwhelming meal. We didn't think it was so underwhelming when we was out there drinking. Getting a grand slam and a grand slam to go. But we're going to be talking to some political figures real soon here and talking about what we need to do on a local end, county, state, because it's gonna have to be federal. You know, I don't want people to be totally like thrown off by the amount of work that has to be done for us to gain redress, but there's some work that needs to be done, and I don't think, frankly, a lot of people want to do the work. But if you do the work on all the other stuff, why wouldn't you do the work on this? If you do the work on Black Lives Matter, why wouldn't you want to do the work on your Black life? Don't it matter? I just need to know. And I said, you know what I mean? We're going to leave some people in 2020. I get it. We're going to leave some people. There's some people that ain't going to come with us in 2021. Just like we left some people in 19 and didn't come into 2020 with us. We're going to leave some people in 2020. We step into 2021, we got to be right. Our minds got to be right. Our spirits got to be right. And our plans got to be right. And it's got to be ever changing to the point where it helps us always. Damn going through the motions anymore. We ain't got nothing to go through the motions for. We got to go full tilt. Calculated risk. That's where we're at. We're to the point where we take calculated risk. The hook is deep over there in Speedway. I wonder what they doing. Or I wonder what got done. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 hooks over there. What they doing? That's not gonna end well. Leave a post, make sure people check on their peoples out here. Like a white Malibu. Do that now. Get that going now. By the time I get home, I can put that in. Yeah, you have only so much time to really be putting some things in order, because once the ball gets rolling after January 20th, if you don't have things aligned on how you want to work politically, locally, county, statewide, it ain't gonna matter. You know. And this is all about whether you're gonna sit and take it or you're gonna be proactive enough to where you know what you have to do politically. And a lot of people really don't know. See, a lot of people just hear me hollering and screaming, and they think all I talk about is reparations. That's only part of the discussion. There's a lot of other things that need to be turned around before, you know, they start coughing up the resources, cutting the checks, really engaging Black America to where we need to be engaged. Because see, as long as they keep talking this share and like shit, there's no point in that. We've shared enough. We even now have to share who we are. At one time, we were the minorities in this country. Now, anybody with melanin in their skin is a minority. At one time, we were black people. Then they said black and brown people. Now they like to use the term people of color. That just clumps everybody. You already know how I feel about the clumps. Man, get our minds right. And it all starts at home. Your family's gotta be right. Because see, when your family's not right, you can't really get out here and do no real work. You can try, but if your family ain't right, you always have to peel back, take care of your family, then you start over again. We can't keep resetting out here. We've got to get galvanized. And the narrative that's being spoken about us now is basically, y'all in limbo. As soon as we get these Latinos tight, y'all better be ready to work with them. They're not telling Latinos to come in and be ready to work with the blacks. They telling the blacks to be ready to work with Latinos. That's your president. That's your boy. He said, you better be ready to work with Latinos because pretty soon you're going to be a minority to them because they trying to fast track them to citizenship. And when they fast track them to citizenship, it might just be more than them than it is ADOS or ADOF, however you want to look at things. And if that's the case, if that's going to be the way of the world, you better start habla español if that's what you thinking needs to happen. Because Hector's about to be your boss. You're going to be answering to Eduardo in no time. That's what your president said. You better get used to working with the Latinos. And if you're not used to working with them, you better get used to working with them. That's basically what he said. He gave you two choices. There go the hook right over there. They just sitting at the gas station tonight. Motherfuckers out going to gas stations tonight. If y'all fucked up out here, y'all probably gonna get arrested. There was 4 cars on that one car. What'd they have? Just looked like a regular old Malibu. They must have found some contraband. You know, they don't like that contraband. Facebook didn't even like me taking a picture of some cannabis that was purple. Some stressed out weed in a picture, and they blocked me. They police who they want to police. And they arrest who they want to arrest. And as far as Facebook goes, I guess they block who they want to block. Think I give a fuck about that? I'm trying to work to get up off Facebook. I'm trying to work to get up off all these motherfuckers. I want to be in an independent, black-owned media center. Can't really think of that last word. I'm tired. But that's what I want to be on. Network. There it is. Network. How could I not know it was network? Seasoned motherfucker like me. But anyway, we got to get together, folks. We got to get together. And stop watching all these news shows telling you all this stuff, scaring y'all. You're going to watch some things, watch some black media. You know? Watch TD Hip Hop News. Watch BTP. Be the Power. Watch Angela Nirvana. You know, of course, check in with Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. There's a lot of solid people out here, man. Brother T. Hassan Johnson. Deep brother. Michi X. There's people that are moving, you know, and not just doing this just because they need something to do. Brother Dewan B. Somebody put me on him. They send me a clip of him, and I listen, watch, whatever, you know, 4 or 5 of his videos, man. But where it starts and finishes with me is ADOS, ADOF. American Descendants of Slavery, American Descendants of Freedmen. If you don't believe that that's the justice claim, we really don't have a whole lot to talk about. This justice claim ain't for everybody. And we're going to say it and keep saying it. And we might as well say it till we blue in the face, because if we blue in the face, we dead anyway. But there's people out there that really believe that other people are worthy of what the descendants of slavery are deserving. Those people are problems, and they need to be dealt with, and they will be dealt with. We're in the middle of this cancel culture. I don't believe in all that shit. I just believe that they need to be straightened out, because if they speaking for black people, but they just speaking off key, we need to get them to speak on key. It's easier to get a motherfucker to speak on key than it's just to cancel. We don't need to cancel. We don't need to cancel people, man. We need to galvanize. There's some motherfuckers who aren't going to come no matter what, so we can't galvanize with them, so we let them go do their thing. There's going to be those motherfuckers going to do their thing. But this is about politics. ADOS, ADOF is lineage. But we're in a political move right now, so we are political. And if you don't want to be political, why are you talking? We can't do shit for the culture. This ain't hip-hop. This ain't athletics. This ain't entertainment and shit. We don't care about that culture. And the people that come from those worlds, whether it be the athletic world, entertainment world, you know, whatever, they need to be coming with their head on straight too. They can be coming with no middle of the road shit. They still playing, and they're probably not going to be full-throated because they got a brand to protect. But if they're retired and they made their money and they're good, they could probably jump in. If they still moving, and they start moving and they write, you know. Brother O'Shea Jackson's doing his thing. A lot of people, you know, they gonna call him Ice Cube to the end, but I believe he's doing real business out here, and he's trying to make some things happen for people. That's why I call him Brother O'Shea. I call him by his government name. Ice Cube is his stage name, his performance name. That's his brand. But he's not branded up here. He's using his influence, but, you know, I'd love to see somebody introduce you to, you know, Mr. O'Shea Jackson. Instead of always calling him Ice Cube. You know, it's a persona that they want him to have. Talk to him about the real business. I hate some of these people. Hey, Cube, come on, man. What, you trying to be funny? You trying to be, you know, cool? Come on, let's handle this business. Brother Jackson, Brother O'Shea, let's talk to him like that. I think Cube gets it, though. See, I'll call him Cube. Well, you handle that business. We don't need no nicknames. We don't need no nicknames. We need the real names. And we need the real shit. Oh, it's the end of a long day. Beginning of another one. Get your focus right. Anybody watching 20 minutes in, hopefully you subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hopefully you will do so. Hopefully you'll share this video. Maybe leave me a comment. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. If you just lurking and you didn't have nothing to do for 20 minutes, God help you. We're going to keep moving out here. We got some things planned for the new year. End this year off right. We're going to go into 2021 right. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your people. We're in the midst of a pandemic. And how serious you want to take it is all up to you. But I've lost people that I know. I've had people sick around me that I know. So I know the shit is real. I don't give a fuck how it was manufactured. That's not my business. Not my business at all. What I care about is that all of my people come up out of this. And then we can go from there. Yeah, that's what I need. Peace and love. One love.